Welcome back to our weekly Survivor recap. It is season 49. We are on episode 7, Blood Will Be Drawn.
Ooh.
I know. Okay, so basically we're just gonna hit a few points before we get into like actual day 13 and 14. So opens up, MC begins the episode without a vote, which is very, it's stressful for her. She's like, I need to get a vote. I need to get a vote for tribal council. And then a bottoms-up alliance is formed between Steven, Sage, and Jawan. And I don't know where Jawan came up with bottoms-up alliance.
I wondered that too. I was like, what's the reference? I don't feel like they've said off camera, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
That was weird.
So that'll be important to keep track of throughout this episode because things start to go haywire as they do in Survivor, okay? So let's get to day 13.
An exciting day.
Drop your buffs. There's a merge happening.
The day everybody looks forward to.
Yes, exactly. So the Uli and Hina tribes go to, of all places, Kella tribe's beach, to kind of do the merge and whatnot. But, Sage got Shannon off, essentially. Sage did not like Shannon, so Shannon went home last week. And Sage now wants Savannah.
Yeah, she's got her sights on Savannah.
Taken off the island.
I will say, I think it was funny that Jawan, Sage, and Steven were kind of like, do we go down and meet them at the beach? Do we lay here? And they stayed there for a while they were all down there. And I was like, guys, that's not a good look for you.
Right.
You should probably get on down there and socialize a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You literally merge together.
Right.
Merge together.
Right.
Okay, so then they've got kind of their first mini challenge. It's like there's a key and there's a chest challenge. And within that chest, an advantage lives inside. So the first person to find the correct key to open the chest wins the advantage. Now these keys are sprinkled and
everywhere.
hung all throughout the rainforest.
And we've seen this kind of challenge before. So, I mean, I guess it helps them learn their surroundings too for this new camp if they haven't been there. It's interesting to see how some people hustle and some people don't. You know?
There was kind of a good mix of people running from. So once they got the key, they then had to go to the chest. They couldn't collect a bunch of keys and try it. So it was like one key, one attempt, one key, one attempt. And as this goes on, ends up Sage has the magical key to open the chest, and of course she gets that advantage for the next immunity challenge.
Which they've done that before, so you always want to get that because then usually it seems like in the past ones you get to there's the 2-part challenge, so you get to sit out of the first part, which is important on 14 days when the challenge happens, where you're running on fumes. So. Good advantage.
Exactly. All right, so that is kind of like day 13. That's what we're getting at. People, again, are making alliances, saying, okay, I won't vote you off. But then again, behind their back, they're like, yeah, totally. That just comes with the territory.
Right.
So day 14, Rizzo, Nate, and Jawan are discussing who should be the next person voted off the island after this big merge. They all agree that Sophie, S-O-P-H-I-E, Sophie with an I-E, should go home next.
Yeah.
But of course, who goes in tattletales?
Oh, of course our girl Sage.
Sage!
But here's the thing so the Uli tribe, original Uli tribe, thinks that they're all still good. But they don't realize Sage and Jawan have flipped and would rather side with Hina. So I kind of, I'm curious to see where this goes, especially after this week's episode to see how it pans out for Sage and Jawan.
I can't keep the original tribes. I'm just happy they're all in one, but they do keep saying OG Hina, OG Uli. I'm like, how do you even remember who was there to begin with? There's been so many different mix-ups and...
It's getting a little hard to remember who's met who and who hasn't at this point of the episode.
Yeah.
So after everybody's had their little kumbayas and side whispering, we get to our immunity challenge.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's our merge challenge before the immunity challenge.
Yeah, the merge challenge. Well, yeah, we'll call it.
So for this challenge, they have to dig out a big boulder.
Huge.
It was huge. Take it through a series of obstacles, grab a machete, roll the boulder to a platform, and climb up that platform to solve, of course, a Survivor puzzle.
So the first team to finish the merge challenge, earns a merge meal, the first of the season, and then they earn the right to a second challenge where they're going to compete for individual immunity. And something Jeff just kind of sprinkles in there.
So Jeff's like, I think he wants to spice up the season a little bit. I think he's
he
noticed
feels
how
it,
it's been a little
Yeah.
So he's like, hey guys, there are some spots still up for season 50. So you got to prove that you can do it. and maybe we'll put you on 50. You know,
Light the fire underneath the behind.
Yeah, dangle the carrot in front, you
Yeah.
know. So, you know, I think maybe it helps some people, and especially in this episode you see.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also have to mention Sage Advantage. She does get to sit out of the merge challenge.
Yes.
And she instantly gets to go to the immunity challenge next.
Yes.
Good for her.
Uh-huh.
So,
And she's got a spot at the merge meal. She's
Yeah,
sitting
and the
back,
merge meal.
happy as a clam, okay?
absolutely.
So, merge challenge. We have two teams. We have yellow team and blue team. Yellow team is consisted of Nate, Steven, Sophie with an IE, Sophie with an I, and Rizzo.
Yeah. And so, also in this episode, Jeff clarifies we're going to call Sophie without an E, Soph.
Soph.
And
yes.
Sophie with the E, Sophie.
Sophie,
So Maddie and I will just also do that for our own sake.
Yes, so Sophie is the IE, Soph is just the I.
Yes.
If you can remember that,
Yes.
okay? So Nate and Sophie put the puzzle together, but they're very, you know, neck and neck, okay? Then on the blue team, we have Alex, Juwan, Christina, Savannah, MC, okay? So Alex and Christina are putting the puzzle together, and it is literally neck and neck.
So close the whole entire time.
Just one, like,
And
push down.
They're like two puzzle pieces apart. And I was like, oh, you don't know who's going to win.
Exactly.
But our yellow team does come out on top.
Wins.
So they get to go to the merge meal
Uh-huh.
and the immunity challenge. And we go right into the immunity challenge, which I thought was nice.
Loved it.
You
Yep.
know. So for the immunity challenge, they have to walk this beam
Slanted.
that's slanted downward while balancing a ball on a disc.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the beam gets narrower each time they step down.
And each time they step down, their hand goes further away from the disc where
Yes.
the ball is. So less control.
Yeah.
And it is seriously, it's so intense. Okay. So, Riz God, Riz God, first one out. Thank God. Seriously, let's just say that. Okay. And then as we whittle down, we've got Steven versus Sophie. And it is, again, another neck and neck kind of challenge. Unfortunately, Steven's ball drops first.
And
Sophie wins.
good for Sophie because she was like, I need to win this challenge after Sage told her name's on the chopping block.
Yeah.
So I always like when whoever's name's thrown out at the beginning of the episode wins because then it makes them reevaluate.
Exactly.
So good for Sophie.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back, the yellow side and Sage, they get to go to their meal. They don't discuss game at all, which is a little weird, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But MC can finally look for her idol.
Yes.
Good for her. So she goes to and unlocks this treasure chest. Well, she finds the map that leads her to her keys.
Yes.
But as she's looking for them, who comes along? Savannah. And MC's like, I can't lie to her, so I'm just gonna tell her.
Yeah, which I thought was good. You know, like,
Yeah.
what are you doing out here looking in the bush?
Right.
You know, like, oh,
Right.
I'm just taking a stroll. No, she's like, I'm looking for a key.
Yeah. And as they're talking, both of them almost at the same time notice the keys on the ground.
Uh-huh. And
And-
it's like a big circular
Yeah.
thing with a ton of different keys.
Like
on it.
100 keys.
100 keys, yeah.
And here's the thing, I haven't seen this before. Savannah dives for it, but MC's just barely faster.
Can I do my impression?
Oh, go ahead.
That's exactly what she did. She was like, oh, luckily, thank God, MC got her out of the way. Savannah did not get the keys. I know you're going to watch this, Savannah, so I'm sorry, girl, but you are just pushing my buttons this season, okay?
I've enjoyed Savannah, though, honestly. She's been fun.
I mean, you got to give it to her. She's scrappy.
Yes.
She's smart.
Yep.
She's here to play the game.
Absolutely. So MC does end up getting her idol, so she has her vote back. So then, you know, we kind of chit-chatting before. You kind of aren't sure who's going to be up for the vote.
Yeah, because
you know?
they're throwing Steven's name around, Nate's
Nate's
name
name
around,
around.
like Nate the dad with the glasses, like
Right.
the nice one.
There was somebody else's.
Well, Sophie's name was thrown around first, but she got immunity, so she's
Yeah.
safe. So there was somebody else, but it mainly was between
Yeah.
Steven and Nate at
Well,
Tribal Council.
And some of them did talk about trying to go for Rizzo or Savannah, but they were worried about if Rizzo would use his idol that everybody knows he has,
That's
either
right.
on him or Savannah.
Yeah.
But flash forward, we get to Tribal Council. Blah, 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 long chat.
Yeah, I fast forwarded
Toned out
through
of
that.
But surprisingly, MC used her idol, which I was kind of surprised by, but you know, better safe than sorry, I guess.
I agree with her.
So it comes down, though, for votes 4 Steven, 6 Nate. So Nate is voted out. I was kind of surprised by that, I won't
Yeah,
lie.
I was too. So Nate is voted out of Survivor 49, but he will be the first jury member. And Charlie, will you remind me and our viewers what being a jury member means?
Yep, so now Nate will be at every tribal from here going on.
Okay.
And he gets to be one of the deciding votes for who wins at the end of the season.
Oh, wow.
So we will
So everyone
see.
that might have double-crossed Nate, you better start sucking up some way, somehow, because he's not on the island with them anymore, right? He just comes
Yep.
back for tribal council.
Yeah, just for tribal.
All right, so that was episode 7, you guys. Episode 8 is tonight, and Survivor 49 continues ticking away to the next Survivor. We'll see you next week.